Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to the cat lady. So, maybe everything we saw in chapter 1 was just a dream. Things we do know is that we took a bunch of sleeping pills, some person who claimed to be our daughter found our body, called the ambulance, we were dead for about a minute, or our heart stopped for about a minute. It's so hard to really determine when you should call something dead these days because we've gotten very good at bringing things back to life. We may just have to eventually redefine death as a potentially only temporary situation. And now we are in a mental ward, suicide watch ward. We're talking to Liz, the auxiliary nurse here, and we've exhausted all communication with her. She's telling us about the head of psychology, Dr. X, who is going to evaluate us, and we're going to try to get sent back home, I guess, and get back on path with our life. I guess we have to just assume that we dreamed all that limbo stuff.
I'm tired. Let me sleep now.
Fine. I'll see you again. Be careful who you trust here, Susan. They will be watching you.
How do I know you're not one of them?
You don't.
Why would an auxiliary
But do I really
nurse...
look like a bad person to you?
I don't know. Maybe not.
Why would any nurse
I'll see you tonight.
encourage paranoia
Remember what I said.
in a mental ward?
Dreams are just dreams. But when they turn into nightmares, it's good to have someone there to pinch your arm and wake you up. Right?
And now we do a quick
We'll
flash.
start with a little chat about your childhood. I
So,
want you to be
I guess
as
this is
honest
Dr.
as
X.
possible. It's important if we want to get to the bottom of your problem. Count to 10 and tell me when you're ready, Susan.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, I'm gonna answer this continuing as Susan Ashcroft, or no, it was Ashworth. Want to wait, ready to talk. Let's say we're ready to talk because we're trying to get out of here. We have a goal now. It's not just depression and suicide. Even if our goal is sneakily just to get back to our house so we can try to kill ourselves again, we want to get out of the psych ward. We want to have control of our own life back.
This isn't all about whether you're nuts or not, like we said before. It's about finding what has caused how you're feeling now and creating a working solution.
It's a really creepy picture in
order
the
to
top
achieve
left.
that, I need to get to know you better. Can we talk about your childhood first? Your parents. When you're a child, your life revolves around them. What was your father like? Did you have a good relationship with him?
Let's see. Which do I believe is true for Susan Ashcroft? Or which would she respond? You know, let's say we had a great dad, and no, let's say that both our parents were rotten. Blame everything on the parents. Good way to get out of here. Always blame the parents.
No, he wasn't a good father to me. He was a cold, scary man. Had this wall around him. I could never talk to him about anything. He wouldn't understand. He'd just punish me instead. Maybe it's his fault I got some wires crossed in my head, because he never loved me. I've always wondered what it feels like to have a loving dad.
Maybe it's not too late to fix things between you two.
It is. He's dead. Cancer. 6 years ago.
I see. But it isn't too late for you to put things right in your heart. Have you forgiven him?
Let's say no. Now, obviously, if I said he was a great dad, I imagine I would have gotten a slightly different scene there. So we're slowly building up her backstory, which is cool. It gives you a reason to maybe go back and play a second time.
Why would I? He doesn't deserve to be forgiven. All he did was make my life hell. He destroyed my childhood. He always made me sad. Yes, sad is the word.
It's all true, Susan. But the anger you have kept in your heart all these years isn't doing you any good. Don't you think you would be a better, stronger person if you could rise above it all? Aren't you becoming a bit like him, angry and bitter? Aren't those the things in him you hated most?
My mind is already made up. I will never forgive that son of a bitch. I hope he burns in hell.
Well, if you put it like that. Let's talk about your mother now. What was she like? Would you care to tell me about her?
So, let's continue this. Let's see, 2 rotten parents? Or do I say the mother was wonderful? I think, for experiment's sake, I would want to say she was wonderful just to make sure. But I'm trying to give the doctor something to feed on. So I would say 2 rotten parents. And then he can blame everything on them. He can prescribe therapy, years of therapy, like psychologists love to do. It seems like the perfect bait to get past this puzzle.
She never cared about me. All that mattered to her was the booze, and never me. What I remember clearly from my early years is the image of her, sitting by the window. She'd stare at it for hours, smoking. My dad saw it all, of course, but he was unable to do anything about it. I think he just loved her too much to do anything. They argued a lot. Their fights always take place behind closed doors. It's one way of protecting the child from it all. But children always know. At least I did. I remember every time they fought, I tried so hard to just go to sleep. But sleep never came. No matter how hard I tried not to listen, I couldn't stop. I just couldn't.
Okay, I'm beginning to get a better picture. That's enough about your parents for now. Let's take 2 minutes, and we will talk about something else.
2 minutes.
I need to get out of this place. I hate hospitals. Besides, I really want to go home and forget all about this.
See, it doesn't even seem like she wants to commit suicide again. It seems like she's willing to just move forward with her life. It's a clip-on hospital wristband. Clip-on? They're more buttoned on in America. You can't take them off, you have to cut them off. I got my name, birth, date of birth, and hospital number on it. Let's see. Can't give it to anybody, so we'll... Bed. I could lie down. I don't want to do that. Pillow. Examine. Just looks like the pillow. Makes me wonder how many people have died with their heads on it. Ooh. I'm sure it's been washed many times since then, but it still sends a chill down my spine. Come to think about it, I nearly died here myself. That's a creepy thought. Wait, I did die for a moment, didn't I? Let's look under the pillow. There's nothing interesting under the pillow. Clock. The needles are stuck at 10:08. It's probably broken, or maybe it just needs new batteries. Gloves rack. It's full of latex gloves, 3 different sizes. Usually there's at least one brand that's not latex in those racks, in case somebody's allergic to latex. We'll take a lot of gloves. I make it a point to always take a lot of gloves when I can. simply because they're gonna charge you for $50 for an aspirin anyways. You might as well get your money back. Turn on the cold water. Alright, let's use the gloves with the sink. Oh, come on. You don't know how to tie a glove around the sink and make a water balloon? Hardly the game to really do that, but alright, we'll move on. Drug chart, read. List of drugs for patient inside room 2. I guess that means me then. I'm on a lot of sedatives, it appears. The stuff they're giving me could knock out a horse and give it a headache for a week too. Could also cause hallucinations and paranoia. How bizarre. Why would they want to give me all that? I'm not crazy. I know that for sure. If anyone's crazy here, it's someone who puts me on all these medication for no good medical reason. Remember, she was a nurse. A bunch of chrysanthemums. I hate flowers. Smell? I don't like flowers. I really don't care what they smell like. Nice. No way I'm taking them. I don't like flowers, especially chrysanthemums. Interesting. Door, examine. It's a toilet door. Enter. There's someone inside.
Hello? I guess I should wait my turn.
There's the true horror in this game. When somebody starts talking to you outside of a toilet. This door. Side room 2, they must be keeping another suicidal nutcase in there. Let's enter. Interesting. Bed. Someone's here. No, no one's here. There's nothing under that pillow either. The needles are stuck at 11:40. Are all the clocks broken in this hospital? Drug chart, read. It's a list of drugs for patients inside room 1 and some notes. According to this, her name is Ann Burton, 35 years of age. She's taking a lot of sedatives and a long history of drug abuse. It seems that on top of all, she's taking methadone for heroin withdrawal syndrome. At the bottom of the page, there's a note saying she's actually a private patient who's staying here out of her own free will. Lucky lady. I guess it won't be so easy for me to leave the ward. We're getting a lot of background noise and stuff. So we're just walking past the nurses. Discharge letter, folders, and security.
Excuse me, where's the exit?
It's just down the corridor, ma'am.
Thanks. I'll be on my way then.
Can I see the discharge letter first?
A discharge letter? What for?
Some of our patients are under observation and aren't allowed out of the ward. For their own safety, of course.
It sounds like we're prisoners here.
It's for the patient's safety, ma'am. If you haven't been discharged by the doctors, I'm afraid I can't let you through. May I ask what your name is?
Mary Smith. Was that the name of the other lady? No, it was Anne something, wasn't it?
My name is Mary Smith. Let me through, please.
I'm afraid there's nothing I can do for you, ma'am. You should talk to the doctor first and come back with a letter and some form of identification.
Interesting, so I need 2 things. This must be a patient's file. They're piled up on the desk. Take.
Please do not touch these. They are all confidential documents.
I was only going to tidy up.
I'm sorry. Are you one of the housekeepers? Why did you dress up as a patient?
I just can't stand mess, that's all. And there's no need to be sarcastic.
Who's being sarcastic?
See, it makes no sense. I'm wearing a blue outfit. They're wearing a blue outfit. It looks almost exactly the same. Maybe the difference is mine is like a full-length gown, and theirs are two-piece top and pants. But why would you go blue on everything? Blue doesn't even show up blood very well. They use blue bandages sometimes in cooking and blue gloves in cooking because it stands out against the food you might be cooking a little bit better. But in hospitals, you always use white bandages and stuff to see if somebody's bleeding.
Please do not touch these. They are all confidential documents.
Yeah? Well, maybe you shouldn't leave them out on the desk for everyone to see.
If you are looking for something to read, we have some magazines for patients here.
Thanks, but I think I'll pass.
See, it is really ridiculous. It's a discharge letter for Ann Burton, currently the patient inside room 1. It seems she's admitted herself into the hospital and is allowed to leave whenever she wishes. All she'd have to do is show this letter to the security guard. Guy's outside. Alright. And then these background characters. Let's talk to a nurse. I bet she thinks those red rimmed glasses make her look attractive. I know her kind all too well, completely dedicated to her job, yet totally brainless and closed-minded. Let's talk to her. Can I make a phone call, please? I feel much better. Can you please discharge me? Is Liz here? Tell the security guards to let me out right now. Let's ask about Liz.
Is Liz here?
And who's Liz?
That young nurse who was here last night. Black hair, very chatty. She said her name was Liz.
I'm sorry. A lot of people come through here. I can't remember everyone's name. Can you return to your bed now, please? It's nearly time for your medication. I can't be chasing around after every single patient.
Beg your pardon?
Look, I'm very busy at the moment. I'll come and talk to you in a minute, all right?
Really? So we don't know about Liz. Can we talk to her again? Can we make a phone call?
Can I make a phone call, please?
Oh, yes, of course. But the phone's being used at the moment. Can you please come back in 5 minutes? Thanks.
That's a little weird too, that you'd have to go to a desk to make a phone call. Maybe in a psych ward, they limit it. Most hospitals have phones in every room. How about? I'd like to go home now.
I'd like to go home now.
Well, so would I. But there are procedures and a system in place. I can't just let you go like that.
What?
Look, I'm very busy at the moment. I'll come and talk to you in a minute, all right?
See, and it's just like wasting my time. This must be the patient from side room 2. Wait, no, I was the patient from side room 2. God, she doesn't look good. She looks kind of like me. This artistic style is a little weird. Another suicidal patient. Strange, she looks like someone I know. Talk to her.
Hi. Are you alright? Can we talk for a minute?
I can't talk. Please, just leave me alone.
Oh, I mean you no harm. I'm trapped here, just like you.
Trapped? I don't know. It's just so hard to think without it. But you're a stranger. And you're not one of those lovely nurses either. They look after me so well. I trust the nurses like I trusted my mother.
I just want to talk. I need your help.
Unless it's Mother who sent you. Was it her? Please tell me it was her.
Yeah, sure. I'm a good friend of your mother.
Liar.
I missed her so much. I can't remember you very well, but you should know this. If you really are a friend, you will know my mother's name. The name that haunts me. A beautiful name.
Yeah, sure I do. Now, let me ask you.
What is it?
Oh, well...
What is my mother's name?
Let's see. I bet none of these are right. Alice was mentioned when that guy killed himself. Let's say Alice.
Alice.
No, you're wrong.
Darn it.
Leave me alone. Please, just leave me alone.
Alright, so I was gonna try and give this.
Shall we swap our name bands?
Mother always told me not to talk to strangers. I can't take it. I'm being good now. Only talk to my nurses and good friends.
So I've got to go figure out her mother's name. Let's enter in this room. Examine the bin. Looks like it hasn't been emptied for a while. There's a lot of discarded medication pots in there, among other gross stuff. Look at the broken mirror. In a suicide ward, you'd have a broken mirror? I don't know if you'd have a mirror at all. You take out one of the medication pots. Read the note. Please stop writing messages on the mirror. While we are currently experiencing difficulties maintaining the high level of cleanliness to sudden absence of our cleaning staff, we ask all patients to be considerate and help us keep this ward tidy. Ah, working mirror. Creepy. A bell and a toilet. Let's look at the toilet. It's rather filthy. Flush. Yeah, I don't want the horror that is potentially that whatever could have been in there. Let's turn on the hot water. And then the mirror examine. I can't look at myself. The mirror is cracked. A large shard of glass is lying on the side. Alright, take the large shard of glass. If they find me on it, they'll think I'm a complete psycho, but it might be useful too. I'll risk it. Alright. So, open the lid, and in standard video game logic, put the gloves in the toilet, and then, let's see, close that lid, and flush. There we go. Now what do we look at the mirror here? It says EIL or LIE backwards. Let's see. LIE. Alright. Flush it again. No need to flush it again. Press the bell for assistance. That'll get the nurse coming. With a clogged toilet.
Someone is coming.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Have you rang the bell? Is there an emergency?
The toilet's blocked.
What? Well, that's hardly an emergency.
It is when you need to use it urgently, like I do.
I see. Fine, I'll sort it out. Just give me a minute. It's the gloves. Again! I guess I'll have to get my hands dirty since the cleaner's called in sick.
Is that really what you're gonna do? You're gonna just keep on pushing the gloves down the toilet? I don't think that would be the right move. Let's go ahead and take this discharge letter. And let's go ahead and take this. I really need the things I'd rather read a magazine. Let's examine this. Patient's files are piled up. Alright. Let's now read this. Stick it out. It has Ann Burton's name. I think so. I'm tricking the guards into thinking I'm Ann. Who actually look quite similar. So I've got to figure out the mother's name. Let's see. Where is the name of the mother? I could probably take some more gloves. Always could use more gloves. Dirty looking pillow. So we gotta talk to her and convince her to tell her the mother's name.
If you really are a friend, you will know my mother's name. The name that haunts me. A beautiful name.
But I know it. Let me just think for a second.
E-I-L. Ann Burton?
Ann Burton.
No, that's my name. You don't know my mother, you little liar. Leave me alone. Please, just leave me alone.
Maybe it's Elizabeth.
If you really are a friend, you will know my mother's name. The name that haunts me. A beautiful name.
But I know it. Let me just think for a second.
I guess it has to be Elizabeth because unless I've totally missed something.
Elizabeth.
No, you're wrong. Leave me alone. Please, just leave me alone.
Let's see. Let's give... the pills. There must be something in here. Just lie down in the bed? No. Maybe I put this glass shard under it. Maybe I talk to these guys.
Sorry, Mom, can't let you through. We'll need to see a discharge letter from your doctor first.
Here. Are you happy now?
Yes, that seems fine. Can I just check your name band to confirm that you are indeed Ann Burton?
Oh, right. Name band. I think I left it in my room. I'll go and get it, shall I?
Maybe I have to use the discharge letter with... Is there anything in here? Or maybe I do have to lie down. But then why would she, as the patient, be there?
It wasn't you who did it, was it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Someone just stuck a bunch of... Well, I guess it doesn't matter. It's sorted now. I just hope it's the last time I've put my hands in that stinking toilet.
Possibly isn't. Let's talk to her and see if we can... Let's try this one.
I feel much better now. Can you please discharge me?
I'm glad to hear that. But I can't discharge you until Dr. X sees you. He should be doing his round very soon. Please return to your bed and wait for him, alright?
You see, all the hints are just pointing us right back to... I can't take these drug things, right? No. That would be too easy. And see if we turn on the hot water tap again, and we could search this. E-I-L. Let's see, what if we use the medicine pot here? We got a couple of things that we haven't used, I suppose. Oh, gonna use the toilet. Didn't think that would really work. Interesting. You know what's really weird now? Can't wash your hands. E-I-L. It just looks like lie backwards. Just not gonna wash your hands. Filthy. You know, massive infection is probably the worst way to die. Well, one of the worst. Can't stab her, can I? Nope. Can't use the gloves. Can I? Nope. Interesting. So, I'm gonna have to end the recording here, and we're gonna think about what I can do and go to bed, I guess, is our next move. It seems rather strange that we wouldn't finish this puzzle and would have to actually sleep, but I've been all over here and I have no idea. That's gonna be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps me out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, There's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.